Hello everyone, this is Nancy at Paper Moon Tarot. Welcome. I wanted to do a quick look at a deck I just got from Duck Soup Tarot, and it's called Persephone's Torch Tarot. And it is a theater themed tarot deck, which I love theater. I'm into theater totally and worked in theater for a while, so I had to get it. And it's fun. If you have any interest in theater, particularly older theater, Broadway theater, any kind of theater, you'll have fun with it. But anyway, it's a large deck. Let me grab something that's smaller to compare it to. Here we go. Um, this is a traditional tarot size. It also is obviously horizontal. So you can see they're large cards, they're horizontal cards, and that's fine by me. So they're on supposedly 330 GSM cardstock. It feels a little lighter than that, but I won't disrespect the creator by saying it feels more like 300 GSM or 310 maybe, but probably similar to a make playing cards smooth stock. And it's a little hard to judge because they're so big, they bend so much, where a smaller card wouldn't do that. So anyway, they're shiny and which is not my favorite, but basically borderless. That you'll see in a minute how the different cards work out. But it uses a system. I don't have these in order, so you'll fly with me on this one. The system is such that the major cards are theater posters. And so this one, which happens to be, excuse me, Justice, is, and a little less clear because it's called art, but is a poster for a musical. And it's kind of fascinating. There are often a lot of details on who's in the cast and where it is, what theater, when it opens, that kind of thing. So they're fun theater posters, and these tend to have a little bit of border on them, just to fit in the poster art, I guess. So that, for example, is a major. Then there's the aces. The aces, and they have a playbill on there. I have several of these old playbills. I used to work at Playbill in New York City for a while. So it's fun to see those. But the aces, you can tell by the A, and they are a theater program and ticket. The minors will have a symbol at the top, like a sword, and a scene number, which is 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords, and the title of the play is The Prisoner. So that's kind of a key word for you about what's going on there. But everything's kind of in a proscenium arch with curtains, etc. And then the courts are kind of fun because they're sort of like cast notices. If you go to a theater and you might see pictures of the cast hung up, their headshots that they send out to people. So you've got a headshot of the star. But what he does is, like here, it's Irene Bentley as the Page of Cups. So you can read the title of the card there. Let's make sure. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Doesn't really want to do that. So on here, it's a little faint, but it's easy to read when you have the card in hand. So it gives the name of an actress, and it's a real actress, and these are pictures of her, and the Page of Cups being what the card is. So just kind of a fun way to sort these. They're not all the same type of card. They're a little different. But if you look at some of them, obviously, again, there's a scene in an archway. This is scene 3, the critics, which is the 3 of Pentacles. So they're all working on this painting. This one's painting, these two are the critics. And there's always a sun and a moon on these, or moon and a sun. Scene 9, sorry for the shine, the 9 of Swords, The Waking Nightmare is the name of the play. Here's a major, The Magician. And I looked this up. It's adapted from a novel by W. Somerset Maugham, and that novel is about Aleister Crowley. So that's kind of interesting. A drama of the supernatural. And this is the name of the actor, John Martin Harvey, and where it's playing, the Mystic Playhouse. So that's kind of fun. There are really some interesting facts you can go back to. Some actors that I recognize from old movies like Ethel Barrymore and Billy Burke, who I think played the Good Witch in The Wizard of Oz. There's scene 5, cups. So that's the 5 of cups with all the cups falling on the ground. So nice bright images, fun to look through. I don't know how you'd shuffle them. I'm not sure whether they'd riffle shuffle. If you have this deck, please let me know. And here is actually it's the Hierophant. This is one of the majors that I'm a little, I guess he's got a key here, right? He looks a little more warrior-like to me, but I guess with the scroll and the key and so forth. Direct from the London stage, a thundering triumph for the traditional theater from the Cleveland Plain Dealer. Sir Frank Benson and Keeper of the Flame at the Majestic Theater. This is the 7 of Wands. It's very much a Don Quixote sort of. Hero of La Mancha, it says. Another ace, this time of swords. So, the system is very easy to get used to in terms of how things are identified, even though it doesn't have the traditional titles. It tells you. This is obviously the Hanged Man. And it's Ramon Navarro, who I recognize from silent films, at the Pantages Theater. Leroy happens to be the Emperor. We know it's a major because it doesn't have the symbol of the suit, and it's 4, so it's the Emperor, called the King for some reason. And here's scene 5 of Wands with a battle going on. You can see that. So I'll just go through some of them. I'm not going to go through the entire deck, but it's just a fun, different deck. And if you have any interest in theater and you're a collector, this is a really fun one to take a look at. 5 of Swords is the Smell of Blood. It's got that melodrama feel to it. Now, somewhere on one of the cards that came with it, it talks about the deck and it said it's 1939 and you're going to the theater. I'm sorry, I think this is maybe 1909, 1989 to 1909 kind of era of theater. But, I think they're from a variety of times and places. The 10 of Wands is like a Punch and Judy show, which is appropriate. You're beaten up. But they all do make sense to me from a tarot perspective. I think they're very well thought out in that way. Charles Frohman, didn't Charles Frohman die on the Titanic? He was a producer of musicals. Anyway, the Hermit of Wildfell Hall is obviously the Hermit, number 9. So it's really kind of fun and very well thought out. The 9 of Cups is the Collector. He's got everything he needs around him. The Dance of Death is the Death card. And again, you can kind of look around and find different clues to talk about different people starring in plays. Life-changing drama. I love that for death, right? That makes sense. 4 of Wands. So very pretty pictures and very kind of fun, well thought out way to present tarot. And they do make sense to me. The 7 of Pentacles, there she is contemplating that tree. After the fall is the tower, a pyrotechnical display of spectacular proportions. Again, we're with the Cleveland Plain dealer. One night only. Because once you burn down the tower, you don't have any props, right? You don't have any set. So anyway, just a fun deck. There's another one of the court cards. Squire Bancroft has the King of Coins. Fun old pictures on the 20th century. At the Winter Garden is, of course, the Chariot. So it all makes perfect sense. It doesn't take long to hook into what's going on here. 10 of Cups. And anyway, it's just fun to look at. If you have any interest in theater or old-time photos and playbills and that kind of thing, this is a fun one. So again, it's from Duck Soup, and that was my phone. And you can get it there. There's our Empress. And you can choose your backs. That's one of the things about Duck Soup. I chose just a red curtain, but I think there are 5 different backs you can choose for the cards. So that's a deck I just wanted to share with you briefly today. I hope all of you are well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.